Testing, testing,
Testing, testing.
Hello, everybody. We're back to working on this parser. When we last left off, just finished adding all the necessary tokens to make if-then-else statements work. I had this generic keyword thing here, which don't know if I should have done that. By the way, yeah, the negative look-ahead assertion to make sure that identifiers that started with the keyword still worked, stuff like that. And Claude wrote a bunch of tests for me, many of which were kind of bad. And then, this one is interesting. I'm going to go through all of this just to, indeed, we do not need an I here. Oh. Yes, we do not need an I here. The I can be inside the statement function. Yes, that's intended. Remainder has different meanings in different places. So, yep. All right. Oh, I forgot to push last time. I'll push to GitHub. There we go. All right then. So, commit message almost longer than the change. In fact, it is longer than the change. But it's a commit that's totally unrelated to anything. It's just a fix-up of a thing, so should probably go in. All right. And I do not understand why it thinks this is an error, despite the fact that it actually compiles. I wonder if it would be an error if I tried to compile it with Clang. It shouldn't be an error. I don't know what construct at is being called for. And why would that version of visit, but not that one? I don't understand. All right. So, the next thing is we need to actually implement the productions in parser.hpp, the if statement productions. So, we can add the if statement in here. First, we can add the if statement. And here we can just do parse expression statement, parse assignment, parse if else. All right. So, let's go in parser.cpp. Let's see where parse assignment is. Let's see about parse if else. I should reorder these. They're the same order that they are in the file, but I'm not going to do that right now. And here we're going to have parse if else. So, yep, not at the if else if we're already at the end. But you know, I just assumed in some of these others. I should probably fix that. Although, because of the way they're checked, it should be impossible for that to happen. But really, I should still be checking to make sure that start is not finished before I do anything else. So, if we aren't in the degenerate case, so if we happen to be looking at a keyword, There we go. Oh. Yeah. That's not what I want. What I want is this. And it won't figure it out. But that's the that's what I want there. And is that the syntax for get if? Yes. Oh. There. Forgot about that part. Get if wants a pointer. Start is an iterator, not a pointer. So, yeah. What an awkward and weird syntax. I do not like it. I don't actually have. Ah, yes. That's what I was looking for. So now let's see. After if. Let's see how the AI did it filling out this function. Autoconst after if. Okay. Yep. We want the although honestly, we should just stay here that start equals next start. But what the heck? No. This is definitely this is a place where we know we found an error. And we don't need an else here. And that's not what we're looking for. So the grammar says that there are parentheses, so I'm going to look for parentheses. And I'm going to start using start. And start here. Now. I'm going to start changing how I write these. There. Less indentation. No, this is not what I want here. what I want is to look for parse factor. Down here at parse factor, there we go. Like that. Yep. This is a no. Yep. And no, we want this to be like this. Like that. So we're expecting a closed parent. And is it parse sequence that we want? No. And this is not after if, this is going to be start. What happens if I put start here? Then I don't have to do this. It works! Yay! And it got this right. If there is no then block, then something went wrong. Otherwise, we check for an else. There. Yep, that's what we're looking for. I suppose we can use auto const pointer there. All right. We try to do this. Oh, I'm missing a few things here. One of the things I'm concerned with here is that I'm repeating myself, and I don't like that. Maybe I should put this kind of a block in a separate little inline function of some kind that does the check. And then prints out the message. Not sure. Just a second. I have to go AFK for a bit. I need a better AFK screen. But it's not ambiguous. No, 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 no. Ha! You think that it gets it, and you discover that no, it doesn't. So here, yes, this is now again an error. No, 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 that's not what I want at all. Yes. And that's what this should be too. All right. So now I have to add a new class here. We'll call it an if statement. Yep. And then here, Indeed, it got that right. Yeah. And is that still? It is, so it all fits. Okay. Yep. Just like that. Now, there is a problem here, though. There. Need one more. And this should be not if else, but not if else, but you know what I could do here is I could just put in like that. And let's see what happens if we build it. Darn it. So we can't use that. I am very sad that we can't use that. Oh well. Now we have here. Oh, this is all wrong. So, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it to say, okay, I am now confused. I've confused myself. Oh, yep, this is all right. Okay, yep. If we don't see the else keyword, then we're done. Otherwise, we skip past the else keyword and we check. And then we say else block after else. If not else block, then we complain that we expected something there. Otherwise, and then we return there. All right. Let's see what happens if I build it. Indeed. Now I have to add if-else blocks everywhere. Yeah. Invariant. I have a problem in my variant, which means that I have to one for the if statement. And here in parser, I bet I have an infix and postfix printer. Yes, an infix stringizer. Well, yeah. Yep. And we have, in our if statement, what do we have? Oh, not block. Statement. Else statement. There we go. Else statement. All right. So that's how this works. Yes. Oh ho! And we're just going to do a double close there, like that. All right. Let's hope. I don't understand why it doesn't like this part. Oh, that's why. That's why it doesn't like that part, and which also means I probably have to fix that here. All right. Now what happens if I try and build it? Yes. Oh, no, it can't run the simple evaluator. So, not see here. Do we have... No, the evaluator is right here. Yes. Let's see, is this correct? Indeed. That is the correct implementation. Now let's run all of the tests, which they should all pass because none of the tests exercise this new if statement. And so, in fact, nothing exercises this new if statement because I have not added it to the as a possible statement. Parse sequence. This is a terrible, terrible hack. A terrible hack. if assignment. Otherwise, we'll try expression. I need to use a structured binding except with existing variables. Oh, I got a spammer again. Annoying thing. Time to go and beat the spammer. And yes, they are a ban evader. I don't know if anybody saw. Oh, yep, people saw that. Sorry, everybody. But as Twitch for you, it's very annoying. Let's see here. I'm gonna ask Claude because I think there's a way to do this. So I have to use tie. Well, that works. I can do that. I'm wondering, they've deprecated they've set it up so that the comma operator no longer acts as the comma operator when it's inside of when it's in between braces. That's a change they made recently. Because they made that change, it's now reasonable to do if you have more than one variable something. But I don't think they've implemented that yet. Before that wasn't reasonable because this was a perfectly valid way of accessing the first element of an array. And so, yeah. Although, of course, I mean, if you had like that, that would still be okay. So they should be able to get rid of standard tie at some point in time. Where is standard tie from? I don't know. It's probably in tuple. That should work. There we go. This one, it doesn't matter. If is a keyword, I can do these in any order I want to. And so I should probably try this one first. And then down here, I can do the same thing. And here, change this to say if statement, then now, one question about tie is if tie handles move or not. I'm not sure if it does. I'm going to ask Claude what does it think of this. Oh, I could do that. That is true. I could do that. This is very annoying. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go. It's right. That is the best way to go. All right, that is what I will do. And because it's inside of an if block, I can keep on reusing remainder, which is the reason why I wanted to do it in the first place. So that works. And I can get rid of this annoying do, which was a too clever idiom. It works in C, and I would have changed it to breaks instead of continuous because it's true. It would have not worked. But this works. All right. All right. So one of the problems with all of these if statements is that they all, oh no, they don't go beyond, they just look like they do. Oh, this one does. And that one does. Okay. So we're just going to do it with all of them. Like that. Just probably a good form to do when you have like the semicolon inside the if statement is kind of a new thing, that being able to declare a variable inside the if statement in that way. And so it's probably best to call it out in your code anyway. That's barely going to fit. But it does not shadow a structured binding. And I don't need else. I don't need oh, I do need the else ifs. And it does shadow. But that's okay. I'm betting the compiler is going to be smart enough to realize what was going on. See, I would like to get rid of the else ifs, except for one small thing, which is that that if I do, then I would have to have an if not statement thing and all kinds of other stuff. And so, yeah, we're going to do it this way. All right. Does this still work? Indeed it does. Okay, that's what we expected, because there is no if statement test. And so it should never, in fact, successfully parse an if statement, because that will never see one. So, yeah. That means all of our existing tests that test everything but the if statement work just great. Which is an indication that adding this thing didn't mess anything up, and that parse if else is at least capable of immediately recognizing, oh, that wasn't an if statement. And then moving on. I'm going to ask Claude this. Anyway, I got this actually from a video by Code Aesthetics that I watched today. Uh, his video about being a never nester, and I decided that, yeah, he's probably right. I should probably remove nesting. Because I was thinking of one of these parse functions and how the nesting was actually made the parse function really confusing. And I was curious if Claude would agree with me. If Claude hadn't agreed with me, but the reason was stupid, I would likely still have gone through with it. If Claude disagreed with me and the reason made much more sense to me, I probably I might have aborted. Um, so yeah, that's why I asked Claude about that, just to see what Claude would have to say. Um, okay. So So, I added the parsing for if statements, no tests though. So might be wrong. Let's see here how long this is. It's exactly as long as it can be, because really this is the one that I care about. So and here's why. This, right? Oh. Oops, it needed to be 6 characters less. I can't make them 68 columns, I need to make them 66 columns. So amend, because I want to change the commit message. I need to make it 66, not 68. I have a number of them that are actually mistaken now. There, that fits. I could add a since or something, but I think this is good. Welcome, Sky. Nice to have you. Nice to have you here. Are you joined from YouTube, or you're joined from Twitch? Ah, interesting. You aren't showing up. Ah, there you are. Okay. This is interesting. Twitch doesn't think that, like, I can interact with Twitch chat through IRC, but IRC doesn't have you show up as a channel member. But when you say things, it still shows up as a message to the channel. I'm very curious as to how that works. Let's see here. So I just finished if-else statements. I'll show you what the parsing looks like for that. First, I modified the productions. Here's the new grammar. I made something called an expression statement so that I could actually have a block or an expression with a semicolon be considered equivalent to each other. Then I added an if statement, which is if and then expression. And I also decided that if I'm going to have keywords, I'll refer to them in all caps from my. Though I could put them in double quotes. That might work too. So if I have keywords, that's how I'm referring to them right now. I might go through and change it later. But this is how I talk about other tokens too, that are not just characters. So yeah, if expression, expression statement, and then optional else expression statement. And then I have what expression is, like and expression statement, and all of that stuff. So this should all work. And the else will bind with the most recent if. I hope that's going well. You're coding for transistor clicker. Anyway, so that means also too, you probably don't have a lot of bandwidth for staring at this and saying much about my implementation here. I was just about to write a bunch of tests. So I will put some tests here in parser tests. I will see about Claude. I'll do new chat. Claude does a pretty good job of writing. Claude does an okay job of writing tests. I always have to go through and modify all the tests that it writes, but it does a pretty good job of coming up with good cases. So that's something. That can be a problem. Not letting yourself get distracted by things is kind of a thing that you can practice. Yeah, it's a thing that you can practice. And rituals help. Music works as a ritual for me, or live streaming is also a ritual that has helped me keep focus. So I'll wait for Claude to come back here. Nested if statements, that's a good thing to test. Yep, that is a good thing to test. Oh my. Nested if statements won't work because expression statements cannot, and I don't mind this, expression statements can't be statements. Yes, an expression statement can't be a statement. Now, I could, in fact, change the if statement to be yes, they are a source of grammatical ambiguities. In this particular case, of course, the else was going to bind with the closest if, but I have purposely done something with the grammar. Well, not purposely. I have accidentally done something with the grammar that, in fact, I am pleased with. The only thing that's valid for something that's not a full block in an if statement is just an expression. No statements are valued. They can't put an assignment statement there, which that's a little ugly. And you can't put an if statement there. You can only put an expression there. So yeah, that works. Ugh. When the tokens are parsed, that also, but one of the things that sets it up is that my if statement, in fact, can stand in for a ternary operator. Because in my programming language right now, expression statement or sequences, so sequences of statements enclosed in a curly braces, have a value, and the value is whatever the last statement was that was evaluated. And so, yeah. These tests, I'm going to have to be modifying them a whole lot because Claude did not fully understand my grammar. And this is not much of a surprise that it didn't fully understand my grammar because I accidentally did something very weird with my grammar. Something that, in fact, I don't want to undo because I think that it's better than the standard way C if statements work. So I'm going to add these tests, and then I'm going to modify them heavily to make this work. We're going to accept all. But then I'm going to have to go through and modify it because it's wrong. I wish actually it had an option to let you modify it. Should emoticons count as punctuation? That's a good question. So Unicode has character classes for all of its characters. And I do not know whether one of those character classes is that the character is punctuation or not. But one of those character classes is whether the character is like a letter or not. And I believe that emoticons are not letters. And I believe emoticons might have their own character class that's special. I'm not sure. But if Unicode has a punctuation character class, then I would go with whatever whatever Unicode thinks is punctuation. But if it doesn't, given that many programming languages allow you to have emoticons as identifiers, I think that emoticons aren't punctuation. So I don't think, unless Unicode classes them as punctuation, that they should be treated as punctuation. Because other programming languages do not. Or programming languages do not. They treat them as potentially part of an identifier name. They treat them like they're a letter. Even though they're not, I don't think they're classed as a letter in Unicode. But I'm not sure. I don't know what all the Unicode classes actually are. So, yeah. I'm going to ask Claude. One or more categories. What is the complete list of these classes? So, Unicode has letters, mark, number, and punctuation, and symbol, and separator, and other. Emoticons and emojis are category in other symbol. Text-based emoticons, yes. Mathematical symbols, additional properties. Did you mean emoticons or emojis? Hello there, Mr. What's Up. We're currently talking about, while I'm writing my parser, we're talking about the classification of various parts of Unicode. Oh. Interesting. So no, emojis are categorized as other symbol. Aside from the ones that are modifier symbol, and then things are really complicated by the fact that you can have the zero width joiner that joins together various emojis, and that's probably considered part of the emoji, but the zero width joiner itself is a format character, and yeah. So it's complicated for emojis. I'll ask it one last question on this topic. Many programming languages that accept Unicode allow emojis. Without excessively complicating your tokenizer. Oh well. What's Up wasn't interested in the question about emojis, or maybe just wasn't interested in code in general. Okay. Oh, Python doesn't allow emojis as identifiers for the most part. Uh, yeah, I'm not going to worry about this for my own tokenizer for now. But it's complicated. Emoticons, on the other hand, definitely should count as punctuation because they are. They're punctuation. Um, Emoticons being like the colon dash close parent, for example. Anyway, now back to these tests and redoing them to actually be correct for the grammar that I have defined. This one is good. Assert that yes, we got a result. Yes, the remainder goes all the way to the end of the token stream. Yes, the result evaluates to 42, which it should. And the toInfix string does the right thing, and the postfix string does the right thing. All right then. Yes. If with else, da 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 da. Yes, yes, and yep, that's 24. That looks right. Okay. With expression condition, x equals 5. Eval. Oh. Oh yes, I declared save result way, way up here as a given so that I could reuse it all over the place. Okay, that's right. So now I don't have to be. But do I do the visit? I do the visit. Here I do the visit. Oh. Oh. I see. I see. I didn't. Okay. I don't actually need the save result thingy here. This one, I'm doing it. I don't know why I'm doing it. It doesn't need to be done. So, yes. So x plus 1, else x minus 1. Indeed, the result should be 6. We don't actually need to do it this way. Oh! Oh, where does results come from again? Like when I'm using this before. Oh, that's right. Results is also declared up here in my fixture. And so I get to reuse it over and over again. Wow, that's very nice. So 0, 6. Um, Yeah, this won't be called a statement express. So this is right. This should got that right with false condition. Okay. Da 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 da. X plus 10, otherwise x times 2. So either 12 or 20. The result. Hey. Oh, 4. 4 or 20. Or 4 or 12. 12 or 4. That's right. Not times 10, times 2. So 12 or 4. And so thus it should be 4, 0, 4. Yes. Nested if statement. It got this wrong because we can't do it this way. It has to be done this way. There. That will work. And the result should be 42. Yes, this should work. This does not work because an assignment is a statement, and we can't. It's not an expression statement. It's just a plain old statement. And so, yes, you should have 0, 0, because the result of an assignment is always 0. Or is it the value assigned? That's a good question, but it should be 10. 0, 0, 100 U. Yes. Okay, these are all correct. Now, if I run it, oh, it doesn't like it. Oh my. Yes, those are punctuation. I encountered a nasty bug. It is going to take me a while to track it down. I have other things I want to do this evening. Result. Oh. Actually, that's my problem. I can fix the test. This is just a simple problem with the test. So I don't have relational operators yet. And it gave me tests with relational operators in them. So if oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. No. And here, there. let's run these. So ha. This did not work, but at least all this stuff parsed. So why did that not work? How does toInfix string work? Infix stringizer. That's the prefix. This is the infix stringizer. If. And then this. And then so somehow an if statement isn't being returned. I don't understand what's going on here. So parse is else, and there is no else clause here. So parse if else, and then it sees that there's a then block. Make unique AST node if statement. Expr then block. Yeah. That should have worked. Wow. What's going on here in this? Let's debug it. Let's see what happens here. Oh, and this is just great. Let's instead, inside our test here, see what happens once we do, once we get here. Results. We have result here. Result is a binary operation. I don't know why it's a binary operation. So, what kind of a nasty bug was it at school that you found? Was it a centipede? Was it a spider? Ah, I see. That's why you have many eyes. Oh, it's a statement list, and then statements with one statement, which that's exactly what we should get. Then get an A statement. In this case, it's a numeric literal. Why are we getting back a numeric literal here? We should not be getting back a numeric literal. I do not understand what's happening here. Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, do you know what species of spider it was? Infix string to prefix string, what's the bug? My bug is not a spider, by the way. So top parse sequence. If statements don't need a semicolon, huh. Let's go into parser here. Let's look at parse sequence. Okay, let's run the debugger again. So, what is start pointing at? Why is start at this point in time when I'm doing parse sequence? Top is parse sequence, right? So invoke active test case. So invoke right here. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I need to wait until start is pointing at an if. So, we just do continue. Start is now an X. Yep. 2. A whole big bunch of different things. All right, 5, all kinds of things. There we go. If. Tokens, keyword, if. Okay, there we go. This is the right one. Step over. Step over. Step into. Okay. So indeed, it saw the keyword, and the keyword and the keyword value being if. Okay. And step over. So now start is pointing at the, should be pointing at the open paren. So it's not updating the value of start here when it does start equals standard next. That's annoying. The debugger is not updating the value of start. So expert, what is expert now? Value is 1, which that's true, because if we look at our test here, I'm going to close all of these files that are not giving me useful information right now. After the expression is a parent close, the expression itself is just a 1. If we look at parser test.cpp, that's exactly what it should be. Okay, good. We're still here. We're still doing the right thing. Now, if start equals finish, and indeed, it turns out that we have a closed parent here. So start equals standard next start, so skipped over something. So what's in the then block? The then block gets 42. All right. That is, in fact, what should be in the then block. Grrr! How stupid. There we go. Of course, this is duplicating Ziva code twice. Yeah. That was dumb. But now with this, aha. I forgot something here. Anyway, I am now getting tired and I need to stop. I know what this next bug is, but I need to stop because I am tired. I see. I am sorry that you are missing an eye. Anyway, I am done for the evening, and because I am tired, and yep, know what the next bug is, but I am tired. So, good night, all.